My husband worked all day today and now he's out getting us dinner.
This is how one-sided and stupid the women were in the comments. Oh my God, look, all the haters, getting mad and jealous because the husband's treating her properly. Look at all these single men. God forbid a man loves his wife. Okay, I want you guys to have that same energy when I tell you this. If a man posted this saying that his wife was working all day and still cooked dinner at home after a long day of work, have that same fucking energy, because I know y'all will lose your shits. You guys will literally blow a head gasket if a man posted something like this. And it's funny because I'm seeing in the video that not only was man's working all day, she was at home. The house looks a bit of a mess, like, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. And she didn't do anything. She's sitting there twerking because her man worked all day and she didn't prepare dinner. Hell, she didn't even order dinner. My husband would have been perfectly fine if I ordered dinner and didn't feel like cooking for a day. But he went out and got dinner. Why should he have to do that? Because like I said, if a man posted a video that said, my wife was at work all day and she's still cooking dinner, and he's sitting there twerking his ass in front of the camera, y'all would sit there and talk about, may this love never find me. Oh, you hate your wife. Oh, he hates women. Like that. This is the shit that I talk about. And then women get mad at me for calling it out. Because y'all sound so entitled, stupid, and so fucking selfish about what you think you're entitled to. You guys sit here and act like this, thinking that it's okay. But then it wouldn't be okay if a man posted something like this. Like, what the fuck are we doing? And y'all are sitting here acting like this is a flex. Like, this is so disrespectful.
Why men have side chicks and the truth men won't admit and women don't understand. Where do I even start? Men don't have side chicks because they necessarily found somebody better. They don't do it because they've stopped loving their women. They do it because they've stopped loving the version of themselves that they have become.
Yeah, Duchess, that's horseshit. We like side chicks because they're hot, because they're fun, because we like sticking our PP in more than just one woman. We like that.
You sent a tweet to Blacked. We can't show it, but you recall what it said.
Is it the gang one?
Sort of. But
I basically wanted a train to get ran on me by a bunch of BBC men.
okay, I'll just say, you said that you wanted to get filled up by every black man on the Blacked roster.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah. So my birthday is coming up in March. I actually am planning like a 25 to 30 man gang for that.
That is 20 to 30 minutes for your birthday?
25 to 30, yes, sir.
You know, honestly, I respect the hustle. I feel like these women at this point are doing this to stand out, knowing that, you can make a pretty good chunk of change. You can pay a light bill based on what these creators are getting, the average that these creators are getting. What is it? I don't know, 150 to 200 bucks a month on average for an OF creator. It's not everybody that's getting thousands of dollars who's making six figures a month off of this stuff. So you got to stand out. You got to say, okay, I got to go to the next level and do something that's going to shock somebody, that's going to surprise somebody, and it's going to have them talking. I got to make my name in this business. So, whatever you got to do, I guess.
I fully believe that 95% of all men in the United States would have taken a plane ride to Epstein Island.
You know what I fully believe? That there are some individuals out there that are so deluded that they would actually be so desperate for likes and views that they would not only try to convince themselves of such a thing, but others as well. Just imagine having the audacity to accuse 95% of the male population in one country of being so depraved that, well, listen to this.
Even with full knowledge of what was going on there.
Oh, gentlemen, it gets worse.
For most of them, what was going on there would be the feature, not the bug. But the rest of them would be making excuse after excuse to get on that plane.
Just imagine the level of loathing that a person would have to hold in their hearts towards an entire population of people, might I add, based on a characteristic that they have no control over, to say such things. Quite frankly, it's women that say things like this that honestly sometimes make me embarrassed to share the same gender as them.
Statistically untrue. Men aren't doing this type of stuff. And this is the problem that y'all are having. Y'all keep on making these stupid claims and you wonder why men don't want to take care of you. You keep on saying silly stuff about men and you wonder why they don't want to take care of you. You keep on saying dumb stuff about men and you wonder why you're not getting protected. You wonder why men aren't paying attention to you. You wonder why men are not approaching you. Wonder why men ain't giving up their seat for you. Because you sit up there and say, well, you're a pervert. Do you know how weird that is? To just be out here talking to and messing with little girls? Are y'all conceptualizing that a lot of these dudes have daughters? Is that running through your mind? It's like, hey, maybe not. Like, maybe this is something that's really freaking weird. Maybe this is criminal behavior. And I don't want to be involved in that. Are y'all thinking about that? No, of course not. At some point in time, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, y'all want to start banning certain keywords and things that men say, certain search terms and things of that nature that men might have an interest in. Say, for instance, if you go on TikTok and you search men going their own way, specifically like the letters of it. Oh, well, that's hurtful and harmful to community. Is it hurtful and is it harmful for you to be allowing women to say this type of stuff about men? I guess not. I guess not. It don't matter, right? Because it's not harmful and it's not hurtful to the community for women to continue talking reckless like this.
The reasons why what you're doing is
If you're not dependent on your spouse, that's not a marriage. Because what would be the purpose of me not being dependent on him and him not being dependent on me? In order for him to be the performer that he needs to be, I have to be the woman that he needs to be. Like, he needs to come home and have a woman who's encouraging him and who is joyful and who's uplifting his spirit and has a nice warm meal ready for him when he gets home so he can actually eat, and doesn't also have to take care of the home. And then for me, of course, he's my provider and he's my safety and he's the man, like he's the rock of our relationship and he's my leader. And so without the two, like, and that's why, again, roles are so important. And when I say roles, I'm not saying I cook and clean and he goes to work. I'm saying that I'm the nurturer. I take care of him. I take care of the home. I'm the encourager, the joyful one, the spirit, the life in our relationship. And he is the defender, protector, provider. And that dynamic is what helps the marriage flourish.
We don't want the fake lips and the fake butt and the fake fucking all that shit. We don't want none of that. If you're looking for marriage and love and honor and respect and loyalty, if you don't fucking carry that for yourself, how are you going to expect a man to carry that for you?
I kept my balloon because I saw you outside and you look and sound and your answers were just as good as you look. But I have one more question for you though. Before I decide if I actually pop my balloon, could you give me a kiss?
What did you say? You want what?
I want a kiss.
To know if it's a good kiss or something?
Something like that. I just want to see if it's easy.
You are not licking your lips? Let me see if you go shamelessly. Should you say someone shaking ass? Well, let's see now.
Like on your cheek?
On the cheek?
Don't play with me. Give me a kiss.
Come here.
You know what?
Yes, I did that because all y'all bitches popped the balloons and that's who I wanted to take home and it worked. But he's easy. Very easy. I don't give a fuck. I like him. But the game was 5 minutes.
The reason why I kissed her because I was gonna choose her anyway.
But okay. But I'm transgender.
The women are the ones that want to leave. So
women want to leave, and maybe we should ask them why. Because men are responsible for 90% of the violent crime in the U.S. Like, we always talk about women and what we should be doing. I really can't. I talk about feminism a lot, and I get so sick of it because I don't know why we're not talking about men. We're always focusing on women and what we should be doing and what we shouldn't be doing. What is with men? They're responsible for 95% of domestic violence, 93% sexual assaults and pedophilia, 88% of homicides, 85% serial killings, 98% of mass shootings. Could I go on? And 77% of assaults. They are responsible for so much, and then we sit here and want to make women feel bad for wanting to leave that man. I don't know why we always are focusing on women.
Well, I guess I would ask, how are you ending up with that? First of all, who's saying that that's not okay to, who's saying to stay with that type of person? Show of hands. Who is saying, yeah, stay with this guy? He's definitely going to take you out. Well, I mean, I guess you couldn't say because, once again, BTK killer. He left his family alone. I think his daughter did a documentary. I don't even know if he's still alive, honestly. Maybe. Daughter just did a documentary talking about it. The people in her town still give her grief. And she didn't even know about it. She got to defend this guy. It had nothing to do with it. The point is, I guess he left his family untouched, doing all that other nonsense. So, you know, I get what you're saying. But here we go with, well, men are bad. They're extreme. This is what they're doing. How come we're not talking to them? Probably because those men are in jail. Probably because those men are locked up. Probably because a lot of those men are in prison. So there's nothing else to talk about. You're going to prison. If I find out that these are the things that you're doing, you're going to prison. That's probably why. But for some reason, it seems as though women, they get more leniency with the court systems. And just so I'm not talking out of my behind, according to U.S. Sentencing Commission, which is an official federal agency, 2023 demographic differences in federal sentencing reports that In federal cases, females were more likely to receive probation-only sentences and receive shorter sentences on average than males under the report's modeling framework. Okay? A press release from the same commission confirms key findings from the same report and provides the agency's high-level statistical highlights. Then you go to peer-reviewed studies like American Law and Economics Review and Oxford Academic. Sonja B. Starr, Estimating Gender Disparities in Federal Criminal Cases, which I think she did that in 2015, finds substantial gender gaps favoring women in federal outcomes after controlling for multiple factors. When you look at other peer-reviewed criminology studies like SAGE, SAGE, or other journals, Donor and DeMuth, and related federal sentencing work analyze gender disparities in sentencing, departures, and outcomes, and of course, find favorability for women. So y'all be out there doing crimes, and y'all be receiving lesser sentences for your crimes. You know this. You know this. Y'all need to stop acting like, oh man, I'm just running. You're sitting in a room that a man built. Are we serious? Are we serious? Y'all are going on podcasts. Y'all are going on YouTube channels set up by men, run by men, to give you a space to talk about all the oppression that you're going through. If it was really the case that men were so violent as the statistic that you gave out, this would have been a trap. A man was like, oh yeah, come here and talk about your differences. Come here and talk about the things that you endure and you suffer. And then he would have knocked you down at the door. He would have picked you off at the door, had a little fun before, quote unquote, and then took you out, eliminated you. But he didn't do that, did he? And he didn't do that when you walked out. What do we get? What are we talking about right now?
Are you still sick? Yeah? Here you go. I brought you these. I know you're not feeling well, so we need these dishes done. So I just brought them right to you so you can just, for your convenience.
Michael, I have a fever of 101.
101? But babe, you're a 10 to me. So here you go. I think you could just use the bathroom sink to wash these. I brought you everything you need.
I want to hurt you so bad right now.
It's okay. It's right here. And you're good.
Go away.
Do you need any? Oh, do you need the gloves or the dishwashing soap?
Michael.
I'll just bring all that stuff to you so you can get these dishes done. You gotta do your duties. All right, I'll just leave these with you. Just ring the bell when they're done.
Throw something at you.
It's 9 a.m. Time to piss off the internet, shall we? If you got married to a man and that man is a good man and he's doing the shit that you ask him to do, why are you complaining? I literally just saw a Facebook post about this chick that said, I am getting a divorce not because my husband's a bad husband, but because I am a micromanager and I am his mother at the end of the day. She was talking about how every time she needs something done around the house, she has to ask her man to do it. Like, but he's doing it. He's doing everything that you ask him to, and she's not denying that. But she's divorcing him because she feels like she shouldn't have to ask him. When I tell you, if you have a good man, these men are normally out doing a freaking 10 plus hour shift, one, outside of the house. Most likely they're a blue collar worker, so they're fucking exhausted when they get home. He is not thinking what needs to be done in the house. He is just thinking, oh my gosh, I just got home. Like, let me relax for a minute. And at the end of the day, and you're asking him to do things, which is totally fine. I get it. Like, I do the same thing. But having the expectation of him to continue to have some type of
thought process when he walks through the house, like, what can I possibly do right now to make my wife's life better in this moment, just as I walk through the front door? Like, what the fuck is that? Expectations of females and men in relationships now are so beyond. Like, you have a good man, he's working for you, he's paying, providing, and being a protector and doing all of the things that you ask him to do, but it's still not good enough. Like, what else do you want, Linda? I'm so confused. Like, I don't understand anymore. I don't get it. Like, I literally don't get it. It's why you have single bitches all over the internet talking about men ain't shit. Because you ain't shit. And everything you're doing in the relationship ain't shit.
This is the type of stuff that makes men check out. The man has a second and third job when he gets home messing with you. And it's not like, hey, can we do this project? When's a good time for you? And I understand, there's some things you don't want to wait like 2 or 3 months to do it, right? It would be nice if you could do what you could do because that's something that you want to do in the house. That would be nice. But there are certain things that I need help on or I need my man on, and I want him to figure that out. So I get that. I understand that. But y'all be having, it's like y'all are, it's very inconsiderate is what it is. For you guys to create a whole list of things that the man needs to do. Oh, I'll do this, and this. And you can do this, and this. I didn't get off work to continue working until I go to bed. So I'm working from sun up to sundown with no relaxation time. I can't sit down for an hour. I'm going to be working for the rest of the night. I can't relax for a moment and do the stuff that I want to do. God forbid I get an hour a day. God forbid I get 2 hours a day. If I sleep for 6, I'm at work for 10. That's 16 hours. I have 8 hours left to do what I want to do or my free time. You're telling me you want to take the next 8 hours of my free time to do what you want to do. You know how selfish that sounds? Can we stop that? Can you guys start considering somebody else besides yourself?
Whenever I talk to people who are in a new relationship and they're like, honeymoon period, really falling for the person, I always tell them, like, that all sounds great. But let me know when you've had your first fight. Like, you really don't know what it's made of until you've had your first real fight about something. Because all the good stuff, I don't want to say it's easy to find, but it is relatively, it's not scarce. Like, you can find somebody who you have a lot of fun with.
You enjoy being happy? Hey, me too.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you like the thing? I like the thing too. Let's do the thing together. Like, that's not that complicated. What's complicated is when all of her childhood issues come up and get triggered because of the thing that you said, because you've got this blind spot in your life that you haven't dealt with. And then you start really going at it. And it's really the quality, like you said, the rupture and repair, the quality of the fighting, like how communication always breaks down to a certain extent during fights, but it's like, how deeply does it break down? Does it get nasty? Does it get personal? And then similarly, how quickly do you recover from it? And do you recover from it? Or do you hold it against each other? Do you start the scoreboard? It's like, okay, it's 1-0, right? If the scoreboard's there, it's over. It's just a matter of time.
You don't have to show your whole fucking body to be attractive. Men know, like, we know if you're covered up and you're wearing a business suit or you're wearing, think about scrubs. I'm just saying, you could be wearing a trench coat. We know when you show all of it like that, sometimes it's like everybody gets to see it. So what makes it special to me now? You shouldn't have to ask somebody to cover up. And if they don't want to just naturally cover up, then I don't know. It's not my girl.
Can I ask you a question? Because you've been quite quiet. I want to know, what's the ideal mandate? Where would the man say, ideally, if women couldn't say anything about anything, I would take her here and that's the perfect date for me as a man. What would that be?
We don't pick you and think of the date. We pick you because we just want to be with you. We don't actually care where we go.
Nice.
The biggest problem that we have with women today, with the majority of guys, is that you're more focused on where we're going as opposed to me going with you. And that's what then makes it feel like you're trying to mock me. Like you're trying to take the piss out of me.
Trying to get man's peace.
No one's saying don't go to Paris for your first date. No one's saying don't go to Spain for your first date. Restaurant or the park. But let me know that it's not because you want to go there. It's because you want me to be there with you. When a man gets to the feeling of they don't feel like it's me you want to be there with you. You just want me to take you. Nobody wants to go date no more. Now, hold on. As we go into the boring part, we are boring. Majority of working class, lower class people are boring because we're not as worldly. Why? Because majority of our time is spent on work. We don't have things say, I want to go to Maldives. We know what we know, which is to pay our bills, make sure we're okay, and be stable. You're a movement by yourself as a guy, but we're a force when we're together. Yeah, as a woman, you bring a different kind of value to man, a spark. So suddenly, we want to go to Thailand and suddenly we want to go sit on elephants. But on a normal day, if you ask me, let's go to Thailand and lay on a tiger, I'll sit there and say, are you stupid? But then because you are saying it in such a way, it's making me feel like, rah.
So you have to enjoy the experience.
And I got the money to do it. Let's go and experience it together. But reality is that I don't give a shit about the tiger. I'm more focused about what we're doing.
So you are boring then? That is the whole
That's all she's taken from what he said.
Bro, she heard all of that.
So I think what's happening, if you look at it from a woman's perspective, a date for her is like an event. So, it's a time for me. It's like, think about like a daddy-daughter date or like just going out. It's a time for me to put on some nice clothes. It's a switch out of my schedule, right? I go through work every day, I put on the same clothes, but now it's a chance for me to sit down and be intentional about putting on a different type of makeup or trying out new things or trying out a new dress. I take pictures for Instagram. What do the girls think? How y'all see me? How y'all like it? Right? So if I'm doing that, then, if you're asking me out, I want to step out. I want to do something, right? That's what they're thinking. But unfortunately, you have to balance that with not knowing the man. You don't know him. So if you're in a relationship, is what I'm trying to say. If you're in a relationship, okay, I can pretty much guarantee that he's going to pay for the date. I know him. We've built a rapport, so he's not going to have a problem paying for the date because we're already committed to each other, right? But if we don't know each other, this is a first date, and you're asking me to take you to an expensive restaurant. I know you probably want to go there to, okay, I'm going to potentially meet somebody. A date is a great way to impress me and take me out somewhere that's really nice. It's really fancy. It really considers who I am. It gives me a night out. I want you to go out, go all out. I want you to go big or go home because it's really going to make a good impression on me, right? Assuming that you're my type of attractive, which if I picked you and said, hey, let's go out on a date, then I'm giving you an opportunity to wow me. You take me to a restaurant, I'm like, wow, this guy doesn't look that great, but he really can take care of me. Wow. He's tall, doesn't have a lot of money, but he's tall. And he took me out to this really nice restaurant. We had a nice talk, and now I'm more likely to date him. I'm more likely to get into a relationship with him. So a lot of women in general want you to make a presentation as to why they should go out on a second date and then a third date so they can see you. That's why I say, the vibes were really off. I didn't really understand X, Y, and Z. I didn't really see X, Y, and Z. The conversation was good, but I felt like there was something missing. Presentation. They didn't like your presentation. Whether you didn't send them flowers or send a car to pick them up or pick them up or open the door, close the door, pull out their chair, give them your jacket. There's multiple things that you're not even aware of. You're not even aware of that you're being graded on. And they're in their mind, okay, check. Nope. X. Yep. Check. Just to see if you're a good man, which is great. It's fantastic. You got to vet somebody. But the problem is, for modern women, they don't know how to vet men, which is why you see a good number of single mothers out there. Because the man comes through and makes a presentation that, okay, check, he's showing me all the things that I would need to have for a man that would protect and provide. He's missing a little bit over here, but wow, his presentation over here was really, really good, right? Kind of to be the same concept if a guy on, like, say for instance, I think, was it, I can't remember who we were playing, but was it Elijah Clark from the Cow? I can't remember what his name was, but essentially that punt play where they kicked it down or they punted the ball away. I can't even remember who we were playing. Maybe the Eagles. I keep on thinking it was the Eagles. Whoever it was, this past NFL season, basically he had been pushed down like 2 or 3 times. And each and every time he got up, went down there, hit the guy fumbled the ball. And that was the highlight of the week. It's like, wow, man, you know, he might not be this, he might not be that, he might not be as good over here or go over there. But this is a lesson on how to continue to get up in life and continue running and continue. That's what they're doing with men. Wow, he might not have a lot of money, but he's this, and this. And that's where you go back to the line, oh, he's a good man, Savannah. When they say it like that, they mean, oh, he's lacking in something. We all know that he's lacking, but if you look at this over here, he's a really good man. Wow, you should really date that guy. But like I said, unfortunately, the standards, what modern women think of, the standards that modern women think of are shot. They're unrealistic. And a man is like, wait a minute, let's do something that's a little bit more fair and balanced. When we get to know each other, we can revisit this topic. But I don't know you. It doesn't make financial sense. Well, am I not worth it? No. Okay, then. If it makes financial sense, how about you pay? Well, I'm the woman that I don't have to pay. There's always ways for them to remove themselves and get out of and shift away from accountability. I didn't say, I'm not saying that I'm asking you to pay for it. I'm saying if the roles were reversed, I'm talking about self-awareness. Now it's time for you to be aware of what's going on with everybody. This is where it starts. And this is why men check out. Because I see now you're not going to consider what's going on with me. You just expect me to do something day in and day out. It don't matter whether I'm sick. Excuse me. It don't matter whether I'm sick. It don't matter whether my parents died. It don't matter where I broke my foot. You're going to expect me to make it happen. I think one woman was like, well, you know, I talk to men this way because ain't nobody coming to save them and nobody's going to this, this and that. Sounds great. But you have to understand, if you get in the boat with that man, nobody's coming to save you either. Y'all are going down together. You need to be incentivized to help that man out. You need to be incentivized to support that man. You don't have any business. Well, ain't nobody coming to save us, so you get to work. No, if I got to swim, you got to swim. If I got to build a raft, you got to build a raft. If we got to figure out how to help each other get back to shore, we got to help each other. It shouldn't just be me trying to grab you and trying to figure out a way. You're dead weight at that point in time. You're dead weight. And men are not going for that anymore. So when a man says, hey, you know, let's go get some coffee, or let's go to this nice little spot. It's not too expensive. It's, you know, it's a local spot I like to go to. It's really good food, really great atmosphere. I was thinking a little bit more like this place over here where it's $100 per person. No, absolutely not. I'm trying to hang out and get to know you. And if we can't get to know each other, then I'm not interested.
If you praise a woman for aborting her child because she did what's best for her,
Then you should also praise a man for leaving his children because he did what's best for him.
So is marriage just a constant test for men?
Yes. Oh, that was so insightful. That question was brilliant. I'm sorry to say, I really am sorry to say, it breaks my heart to say this. Yes. From the minute you get married until the minute you're out of there, it is a constant test that you have to stand up for.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why men are supposed to be leaders. One of many reasons, actually, not the least of which is you have to have the cojones to stand and deliver against a lot of flack.
Mm-hmm.
Because see, the big problem is if you're all wrapped up in making her happy, and you know your self-esteem gets tied up with whether she's happy or not, you are so screwed.
Yeah. It's an ever-moving target.
But you, as a man, you cannot have your self-esteem rise and fall based on whether or not the girl likes you. That's not only torturous for you, it will be probably the end of the relationship because then again, you're like her waiter.
Yeah.
Why do we care if there's no father? Like I grew up without a father. I feel like I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. I'm in college. Like why are we so towards the father? Why does he need to be there so much?
So just looking at, try to answer my question for me. Do you think what kind of is there any time, and you're being very vulnerable and I appreciate that, when you were growing up and maybe not, where you said, I wish I had a dad around?
My mom says I did wish for that once at a wishing well. But my mom was great. She supported me, provided me.
No, I'm not. It's not a knock on single moms.
Right.
But was there ever a time maybe where a more masculine figure would have been helpful?
I can't really, not off the top of my head.
Okay.
Like what? Can you give me an example of
Yes.
when a masculine figure would be helpful in my life?
When a boyfriend might have broke up with you and you didn't want to talk to your mom because she just didn't get it, and you wanted a strong, stable man to say you're beautiful.
I think. I mean, I have. If my father was like, "You're beautiful," that'd be cool. But like, if my mom was also like, "You're beautiful," I don't really see a difference between like my mom saying it and my father saying it.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. That's. I don't see the world that way, because there's being a father to a daughter. There's a very unique bond between a father and a daughter, where it's you fall in love again, but not romantic love. You fall in a different type of Greek love, which is called storge, which is a father-daughter love, where you have such affection for this incredible being, and your task is to shepherd that vulnerable, innocent girl through life all the way up until the marriage aisle to kind of connect the two topics together, right?
Wow.
Where then you hand it off to another man because women are worthy of protection.
She legit don't know what masculinity is. She don't know. So it don't matter to her because she don't know what masculinity is anyway. So she don't really know what she don't know. She don't know what she's missing. It's like, oh, I mean, I've never had it anyway, so it's not like it matters to me. I mean, my mom told me she loved me. My mom said I was pretty. So, I mean, I guess that's going to have to be enough because I don't know anything else. And that's exactly what men continue to try to tell you. You don't know what real masculinity is. So when a lot of these ladies get out here talking about, as a man, you should be doing X, Y, and Z. No disrespect, but you don't know what masculinity is. So why would anybody be listening to you? You're only talking about what masculinity is to you. And it's funny that masculinity is always something that conveniences you. Masculinity is always something that does for you. And you never return it. Masculinity is, oh man, take me out the workplace. I don't want to work no more. Or I want to have the option to work. I want to have the option to contribute. But I should be able to be feminine and receive. So I'm looking for a hardworking man. I'm looking for not only a hardworking man, but a man that has accumulated a lot of wealth. His hard work will lead to wealth. And then when his wealth it comes to me, I want him to be generous. I want him to pass on that wealth to me. And then, I'll take that wealth, and my contribution to him and the family will be me keeping myself up. My contribution would be me going and getting Botox or lip filler, because, working out and eating healthy is not really, I might do that. But modern women are so intellectually lazy. They're so lazy. I mean, people in general, to be honest with you, but they're so lazy in the way they approach things that they'll look for shortcuts. That's what Kevin Samuels was talking about. Women standing at the finish line, waiting to pick the winners. They didn't do anything. They just went to Shein and bought a dress that was really nice, and then maybe some fake accessories and jewelry. Figured out how to make themselves look a lot better with makeup. You've got the push-up bras and the shapewear, and then they come up there and they stand hoping that a man would pick them. Because I'm hoping that he sees my contribution, all of the tricks and the gimmicks. They talk about a Jezebel spirit a lot. That's what they're exhibiting. A spirit that tries to lure men in, and men have to be smarter about that. But that's what they're talking about, is a spirit of, I put this on and I wear this, and it's going to attract the man that I'm looking for. That's what Shira 7 talks about a lot of time. Put yourself in a position over here. Wear this. Don't do that. Put this type of lipstick on so you can attract this type of man. And his riches and his wealth are going to come to you. And then you say, for him, your benefit is me keeping myself up. But you're not really keeping yourself up the right way with the money that I'm giving you. So my investment in you is actually going down the drain, because you're doing lip filler, Botox, BBL, breast enhancements, tummy tucks and mommy makeovers and stuff like that. You're not actually doing anything the healthy way. It's just a bunch of cheat codes. It's just a bunch of cosmetic stuff that you're doing in order to make yourself look good. And while you're getting away with it now, when you get older, it's going to be an issue. God forbid it's an issue earlier on, where you get on the table and you go underneath the knife and something bad happens and you never wake up. We've heard of that before as well, unfortunately. Right. And, I'm not even going to say that. I'm not even going to say that because, but we've had people that have undergone the knife, whether it's, whether they're a celebrity or whether they're just a regular, everyday, average person, an average woman, and they never woke up from these types of cosmetic procedures. So you have to be careful talking about, well, I really didn't need a masculine man in the household, especially when you're going out and doing this type of stuff, because we just went down to like a rabbit hole of what this can affect. You got to be careful out there. You really do.
How do you feel if your wife was to be very exposed when she's going out?
If she's with me, I don't mind it that much.
Yeah, but if she's not with you, going out with the girls?
I mind.
I respect my man. I don't do that, because if I go out dressed a certain way, I know I'm looking for some kind of attention that I'm not looking for. I'm committed to him and only him. I don't do that.
Ladies, if you catch your husband checking out another woman, instead of getting mad at him, consider getting back in shape so he won't have to look at other women. If you think about it, your laziness is forcing him to check out other women. Trust me, deep down, your husband doesn't want to check out other women. He just needs a reason to not give up on life, since he's married to a goblin. Flex on your wife with Sound Advice merch.
Can we talk about the man that was cheated on and left for someone else? He was the victim, yet he sits back and watches the world come to her rescue. Because for some reason, the assumption is that he wasn't giving her what she needed, and that's why she cheated. Forget his own needs, because if a man made an excuse for cheating, the world would attack him. So that man is frustrated because he's the good guy, and why is everyone giving her the support, the time, the effort? Why is she being invited to the events of mutual friends? Why is she getting all the likes on her posts from his family? And if they share children, why is it assumed that she's the only one taking care of them, while he hasn't gotten a single text or phone call checking in on how he is doing? And it's not that nobody cares about him, because many do, but it is assumed that men either can or should handle hardships on their own. But what makes it harder, so much harder, is seeing all the support given to his cheating ex. So if you know this man, check in on him. You might be the only one that does.
86% of women say that they want a man to make the first move. 50% of men are scared of making the first move for being seen as creepy. And 20% of Gen Z say that a man approaching a woman in person always or usually constitutes harassment. Women who still want to be approached. You have men who know that if they don't approach, nothing's going to happen. But if they do approach, they're scared of being seen as creepy. They're concerned that they're going to either upset this girl or that they're going to be part of some Me Too scandal, which isn't good. And then you have a societal pressure. Lots of men are checking out of the world.
Men have codes like how we might honor money, hustling, snitching. We got all these codes. Say he got a shorty. She calling you bro and everything. You know she a good woman. She ain't cheating on him. She doing everything for the kids. He cheat on her. Would you check him for it?
I can't.
Why?
If he taking care of home, I don't see her sad. And then it be like, nigga, why the fuck you concerned how good my girl is? Yeah, like, bro, you got you got a good girl.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be doing that to her. Nigga, what? You want her? Why the fuck you so concerned about my relationship?
That's solid. See, right. To get deep, let's say I love you so much that I love her. That's not how he's saying. I don't want to.
Like as a sister,
I love her. Like that's family.
Sister.
Like if you ain't around and I see her or the kids getting disrespected, it's up just like I'm you.
And you know she make him happy. So
She
you looking at
she
like,
a good
you don't
woman.
lose this,
And I know that if he crashed that it's not gonna just affect him and her. It's gonna affect them babies. Now his babies is cool with my kids, and it's like I'm looking at it like a village. So now I'm like, hey nigga, I'm not gonna snitch on you.
Cause okay, I'm gonna say this. Cause now if you come and say that to B. Lou. Now he not only got to sneak around on his girl, he got to sneak around on your ass. God damn, this nigga kept too much.
It's crazy,
God damn, man. Oh shit, they go side. Move. No, I just ran into her.
Right. Men are fucking done with the BS. They're done being with women that use them and abuse them. They're done dating women that won't see their worth, women that are clearly only with them for their money or because they have something else to gain, like a child. They are fucking done with the false allegations and they won't put themselves in that situation anymore. And honestly, I love it. I love seeing it. Men are now saying that they are better off being single and being alone and living in the silence alone than dating a woman that doesn't even see their fucking worth and can't even fucking respect them. You are not going to be able to keep manipulating these men and treating these men like shit because men are not sticking around for anymore. So if you wonder where all the good men are, they're the ones that said, fuck this shit, I'm not fucking doing it anymore. I'm good enough on my own and I'll be on